In this video, we're going to reflect this palm tree to the left, and we're going to rotate it a bit, and we are going to position everything properly so it looks really nice. But before we do that, let me just select everything and simply hit Ctrl G, because I want to create a group out of this palm tree. So before I reflect it to the left, I think I am going to rotate it a bit. So I'm simply going to grab it and move it to something like that. This should be fine. Now I'm going to grab it again, and I'm going to initialize the reflect tool by pressing the O key on the keyboard, and I'm going to alt click to somewhere on this anchor point, because when I click on it, I'm going to get the reflect tool dialog box, and I do want this reflection to be vertical, but I don't want to hit copy. Okay, I want to hit copy just like that. And of course, this palm tree needs to be a little smaller, so I'm going to make it smaller till it looks something like that. And I am going to maybe move it somewhere here, and I want it to be put all the way to the back. So I'm going to use a very handy shortcut on my keyboard, which is Ctrl Shift and the left bracket, and which is, by the way, the same as going to the to the object menu, arrange, and send to back, just like that. Okay, so let me just zoom in a little bit, and let me maybe move this guy just a bit up to somewhere here. This should be fine. And if you want, you can play around with the rotation of this palm tree. Maybe we could rotate it just a bit. You can play around with its size. Now it's really up to you. What I would like to do, however, before I uncork my champagne and and say that the palm trees are done, what I want to do is I want to exchange the colors of this stem to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the direct selection tool. I'm going to do it by pressing the A on my keyboard, and I'm going to just simply select it, and I'm going to initialize the eyedropper tool by pressing the I key on the keyboard, and I'm gonna just sample this guy right here. And again, I'm gonna hold down the Control key actually to revert to the last selection tool I used, which was the direct selection. And I'm gonna press on this left part of the stem, and I'm going to sample this guy right here, because what I'm looking for is like a nice contrast between this. Let me just zoom in. This part of the stem and this part of this bigger palm tree. Okay, so now that we have our palm tree selected, created, I want to create a simple clip and mask, because I want stop this bottom part of our palm trees to be even. So I'm simply going to create a rectangle, and I'm gonna make it look something like that. This should be fine. Now I'm gonna grab everything, and I am simply going to use the Ctrl+7 shortcut on my keyboard, which is the same as going to the object menu, clip and mask, and make this guy right here. So as you can see now our stem is being clipped, and it looks even. It looks really nice. Okay, so there we go. We created the palm tree. So in the process, we used we started with creating the leaves, and we created them using the ellipse tool. We of course copied, pasted it in front, and transformed it a bit. Then we rotated it and reflected it. And after that, we created the stem, we warped it, remember the arch option, and then we added the coconuts and reflected everything to the left, made this guy smaller, exchanged the colors of the stem, and then clipped everything so our stem looks nice and even. So in the next video, I think we're going to take care of the sky. So we are going to create the sun, and we're going to create the clouds. So that's something that you're interested in. Keep watching.